Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series. The Yankees again are world champions. The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball.
Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Welcome back, Yankee fan. This is episode 108 of the Chase for 28 podcast. Another week of Yankee baseball. I am Chris, and I'm joined by the Podcast Padre. What's going on, Pop?
You sure it's Yankee baseball?
I don't know what we're watching, but it's not pretty. It's not consistent.
It feels like Groundhog's Day.
That would be a much better experience because we would fix everything, we'd learn from our mistakes, and we'd right the ship.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous.
It is.
It really is.
All right, before we get into the ridiculous that is the current state of Yankee baseball, let's do the trivia. Okay. Last week in episode 107, we themed it again with Hall of Fame type information off the heels of the Hall of Fame induction. And the question was, what?
Well, I kind of screwed it up.
Sort of.
If you recall at the end of the episode, the original question was, how many Yankees are in the Hall of Fame that they played their entire career as a New York Yankee? That was the original question.
Yes.
And then you started listing a few.
And then you said, you got to get to the number blank. And the number was the answer to the question. So then we said,
no, you mentioned 5 names. You said that's 5. And I said, yeah, well, you need 4 more.
Yeah.
And I gave it away.
All right. So Alex did chime in on this.
Don't tell me he said 9. I'll smack him.
No, he came with names. He brought names.
Okay.
So he said Jeter, Rivera, Mantle, DiMaggio, Berra. He goes, I'd have gotten those. And then he said, Gehrig and Ford is all I've got. And then he said, going to the game on Wednesday. They better pick it up. There was a rain delay.
Right.
They lost. And no, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. They lost.
The
rain. Yeah,
they lost. And then he followed that up with, I feel like I guessed Whitey Ford to a lot of these questions.
You already said Whitey Ford.
No, but in general, he's always throwing Whitey Ford into his answers.
So I wasn't keeping count. How many did he say?
Jeter, Rivera, Mantle, DiMaggio, Berra, Gehrig, Ford. So that's 7.
7. So he's still missing 2. All right. You actually got one last week. You said Dickey.
I did.
The catcher before Berra.
Uh-huh.
And number 9, Holy Cannoli.
No, number 10.
Holy Cannoli. Oh my God.
The Scooter.
You don't get it? The Scooter.
I just said the scooter, but you said number 9. He was number 10.
He's the 9th one. I said there were 9 people. He's the 9th one.
I thought you were saying number 9. Then I had Roger Maris in my head, and then Roger Maris wasn't a career Yankee. Also funny, I can't shout this person out specifically, but Alex texted me a picture of a random Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Not in the stands, but like in front of Alex, wearing a Nobody Beats the Riz shirt.
Really? Was it the
not
one you
our
designed?
Nobody Beats the Riz shirt? No, not ours, but it is a Nobody Beats the Riz shirt. This is like a legit one, and it's I'll show you here. Some random guy.
Oh.
And Alex took his picture.
Poor guy. The guy don't look happy.
No, none of them do. But anyway, so yeah, thank you, Alex, for chiming in. I did try to get him to send me a voicemail from the stadium, but he fell through.
Actually, we did get a response from the Cuisini.
You know what? I lost track of that in my week, and that means it was a lot of words. Do you want to recap that?
No, I think I deleted him. No. He's in a good spot now, and he guessed. I don't think he guessed all 9 though. He guessed the basic ones. So when he listens to this podcast, he'll get the rest of them. But I think,
and looking back at his message, he got them.
Yeah,
he got them.
He got them all.
Your prize is in the mail. He got them all.
Oh, Okay. Oh, I don't think I put a stamp
And he
on
goes on to say, he said, I didn't believe it when you first discussed it on the show, but I looked it up and you are actually spot on that Yogi Berra's plaque does not have the interlocking NY on it because his head's off to the side.
Yeah. I don't know if they did that on purpose. I do not recall.
Knowing Yogi, they were probably taking his picture to make the plaque and he flinched and looked and that's the image they went with. Who knows?
You know why he may have done that?
Why?
You know, actually, I'm just thinking Berra should not be an answer. I could swear he went and he might have gotten one at bat or so as a Met. Stengel took him over when the Mets started. The Yankees fired him, what was it, after 1964? Where he got an at bat or two as a Met. Get the keyboard going.
I'm going on the Google. Hold on. Da, 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 da. You know what? At age 40 in 1965, he played in 4 games and had 9 at-bats with the Mets.
There you go. Take them off. So it's only 8. I don't think there was a 9th. I think Berra was being. I know when I looked it up, they were counting Berra in there as one of the 9. So I think it's only 8.
There you go. Look at that. We're providing an education here on the Chase for 28.
There we go. See, it's a good thing I'm old and I remember these things.
That's true. You know who else is getting schooled? The Yankees, because they stink.
They stink. Oh, yeah, they got a half-game lead on the Guardians going into tonight's play.
Yes.
For that 3rd wild card spot.
Yeah, so
and I just have to make mention, you know, the Mets are in the same position. They have a half-game lead for the 3rd wild card spot. Do you notice who they have a half-game lead on?
The Dodgers?
The Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, the Reds. Okay.
Who are winning tonight.
All righty. All right, so the Yankees are 64-57. Currently still in 3rd place in the AL East for the 3rd week in a row. Still 6.5 games behind the division-leading Blue Jays, still behind the 2nd-place Red Sox, and they are still, as you just said, in the 3rd wild card slot. They are tonight in St. Louis for a series against the Cardinals, and since last week, they are 3-3. They went 1-2 against Houston and 2-1 against the Twinkies.
Yeah, they on Sunday, they died. They lost 7-1. They got their hiney kicked. There was like nothing there.
Yeah, and it was another. All right. Do you think it's time for Yankee fans like ourselves, or really not like us? Is it time to leave Jose Altuve alone?
I passed the comment last week. He should just get traded to every team the Yankees are going in and play. The man would be MVP. He'd be like, is he on steroids? Because all he does is kick the Yankees' ass.
Yeah, I don't get it. And then, what better recipe for trying to right the ship than to bring the Minnesota Twins to town, who we have owned for the better part of 25 years?
Yeah.
Regular season and playoffs.
Yeah, the record against them is ridiculous.
And if that were,
I can't, blame them for losing one game. You can't continue. I don't care what the record's been since the year 2000. You can't continually assume, we're going to win every game we play against them. You can't make that assumption. I'd like to see more than, in the last game when they lost 4-1 and it was only like a Bellinger home run. Again, there's the problem in my mind. Where are the base hits? Where are the guys getting on base? That you're all like just dependent on the home run that they had in the first 2 games of that series. Well, I think they hit 3 home runs in each game. Manufacture runs. Take a walk. Inside pitch. Don't back out. Make it hit you in the head or something. Get on base. Move runners around. When was the last time you ever heard in a game? Look, they just executed a hit and run. They don't do these things anymore.
I don't know that happens intentionally. You might have a guy maybe get a little bit of a jump and then the guy hits the ball, but I don't know if they're actually doing anything like that. But what I wanted to say was, you said you can't expect to beat them. And true to form, the Yankees in the first 2 games of that Twin series faced 2 mediocre pitchers, and they beat up on them. And then in the 3rd game, they faced an actual pitcher, and they lost. So it's too inconsistent. Yeah, this team is going to beat up on the bad teams. Well, they should. I don't know. They've been one of the bad teams now, but
that's always been their problem. They have the good season, not this season, but they've had the good season. Then, you get into the playoffs and you're in those short series and you're facing the best pitchers on the other team. And that's where they have their troubles, when they face good pitching.
And our pitching has completely fallen off the table.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to check before we started tonight, but the game Rodon pitched that they won, it was a one-hitter that the Yankee staff combined on. Was it true? Do you know offhand? I think the leadoff guy on Minnesota got the hit, and then that was it.
Yeah, when they beat them 9-1, they had a hit and a run in the first inning.
But I believe it was the leadoff batter that got the hit, and then somehow they got him around. I don't know. Maybe I didn't hear it right. But again, that hit was in the first inning, and then that was that for the rest of the game.
Let me double check that.
That was in Monday's game, I believe.
Said Royce Lewis grounds into a force out. Shortstop Anthony Volpe to second baseman Jazz Chisholm. Austin Martin scores. So did he walk 2 guys?
So it doesn't tell you from the first batter on. Well,
oh no,
neither here nor there.
Here you go. Austin Martin led the game off with a hit.
That's it.
Byron Buxton walked. Ryan Jeffers was hit by a pitch.
Bases loaded.
And then Luke Kashal struck out, and then Royce Lewis grounded into a force out, and Cody Clemens struck out swinging. So, yeah. So
there you go. Yeah, on the force out, they score their run. Okay.
All right. So that's a solid pitching performance over the course of the game.
Yeah.
But my goodness, that's the highlight in a week where they went 3-3 and they're still in third place.
Yeah. And what is it? Boston's a game and a half up on them?
Yeah.
Boston's coming to town, I think, next weekend.
Yes, they are. As we're recording this, they're winning. They have a 3-0 lead.
3-0 lead, yep.
Over St. Louis.
I think Judge drove in one with a ground out, and Chisholm hit a 2-run homer.
Nice. And you can't even look ahead to Boston because you got 2 games in Tampa.
Yeah.
The Rays are a pain in the neck.
Always. Yeah, they're. Let's face it. Since the middle of June, everybody's been a pain in the neck.
That is true. Because it's like we keep getting punched in the throat.
Yes. And how many guys did they get at the trading deadline that are now either on the injured reserve or in the minor leagues?
Okay. Let's grade this trade deadline 2 weeks after they did it. F.
Yeah.
This team has not gotten better.
Yeah. Rosario's on the IL. Slayton is on the IL. Whoever that other pitcher was, after 3 days, they sent him down to the minor leagues.
Yes. All right. Little bit of positivity. I'm going to be positive, Chris, for a second.
Okay. No.
Over the last 2 weeks.
Boy, am I glad your name's not Tommy.
I know, right? I kind of felt bad after I said that out loud. All right. I'd like to praise Giancarlo Stanton. Now, he's not in the lineup tonight, but in the last 2 weeks, 11 games, he is 13 for 33, batting .394, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, 5 walks. So, and he looked really comfortable in the outfield.
Yeah, I told you, last week I said there was that one play where he actually showed me an arm. He didn't throw the guy out at home, but he threw a strike from right field. He has a good arm. So I'll give him kudos. But they had said they didn't want him in the outfield in St. Louis. The outfield's too big. They didn't want to take a chance with him out there.
Yeah, a little too much space out there.
So,
but then after Giancarlo Stanton, it's a big drop-off offensively.
Oh, yeah.
Grisham, 227. It's just, it ain't great.
No. The whole team hasn't been hot since the middle of June.
Since the beginning of June.
Yeah. That's the last time they all hit together. And let's face it, I mean, Judge is back off the IL, but he's not really smashing the ball all over the place. Again, I don't need to see home runs 450 feet from him. I just need him to see him drive the ball. He usually hits the ball to all fields. Hit the ball hard.
He's only played in 8 games. He's only played in 8 games since he's come off the IL. He's at 25 at bats. He's 5 for 25.
But I think he's doing exactly what he was doing before he got hurt with his arm. He really wasn't hitting the ball and smacking it all around. As you said, from if you look at his batting average, from hitting 400, now he's closing in on like 335. So he's not
batting
doing
333.
Well. Yeah, he's not doing well the past 2 months. If you're batting 400,
it's amazing how
you're batting 333. Now so that means you're hitting around what, like under 250 in that time period.
Yeah. But again, it's funny how you can play with the numbers. And if I told you in March that in the middle of August, Aaron Judge would be hitting 333, have 38 home runs and 89 RBIs, you probably wouldn't tell me the Yankees are in third place and he spent 2 weeks on the IL.
No, in the beginning of the season, you take it. You're like, oh, he's going to be doing that by on August 15th. That's great. But then you look at how he got there on August 15th, looking at the whole season. You're like, nah, the past month or so, he's not doing what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, he was unconscious in the first half.
Yeah, by now, in the middle of June, I would have said, on August 15th, he's going to be up around between 45 to 50 home runs. He's going to be over 100 RBIs. All right, he's not going to be hitting 400 anymore, but maybe he's going to still be around that 350, 360 mark. But
yeah,
he's not there. Maybe he'll get hot. Maybe he'll get back to that, but we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
2 more things that I would bring up today. One, we got a little audio clip from Michael K. We can go there. Or I had some Cody Bellinger stuff I wanted to talk about.
Oh, I saw a little something about him. Do the Michael K. stuff first.
All right. Without permission from ESPN or his radio show, here is Michael K.
But there's got to be an urgency. I don't know why they went to De Los Santos. Again, Aaron explained it after the game. Well, we felt that was a proper lane for him. Stop. Who's the best pitcher? Who's the better pitcher that you could bring in? Every single pitcher in the bullpen was available last night. Who's your best? Who's your best to pitch the 6th inning? If Luke Weaver was up warming up, then he's your best to pitch. If you didn't want to use Weaver, which you found out that you would have, then Mark Leiter is better than De Los Santos. People have to wake up. The season's slipping away. It's slipping away. You are tied in the loss column with the Cleveland Guardians. You're tied. And the Texas Rangers, who ended up losing, they're breathing down your neck. You can't sit back and go, this is the way, this is the way we planned it, 6th inning, top of the order, and just, going to bring in De Los. No.
Do you get a sense of urgency from the Yankees when they do things like that?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. And I think people are just sick and tired of seeing Aaron Boone after a game taking the first words that come to my mind. Aaron Boone is taking the corporate stance. I'm not going to call out any of my players any which way in front of the media. Is he doing it behind closed doors? I've heard nothing. Usually, you get a little hint here or there where, we had a meeting and Boone got on our case a little bit, blah, blah. You haven't heard a damn thing about anything going on behind closed doors. So I'll leave the door open. Maybe it's happening, but we have absolutely no indication that there's been any kind of an emotion. The bad thing I've heard is that what you had mentioned last episode or a couple of episodes ago, that they gave Boone the contract extension, and they just say how, Hal Steinbrenner loves Cashman. Cashman loves Boone. Don't be surprised if they're still in charge next year.
And to the Yankee fans who think that they should be rooting for this team not to make the playoffs, you're foolish. It's a crapshoot. You can't win a World Series if you're not in the playoffs. So, do I want this team to make the playoffs? Yes. Do I have high hopes? No.
Nope.
If they don't make the playoffs, I don't know what kind of change you're going to see in terms of management.
No, I think,
and if they make the playoffs and get bounced, I still don't think you're going to see changes with management.
Depends on how they get bounced. Let's say they go in. There's the 1-game elimination. Imagine they go into that and they get 1 hit.
Oh God, I don't want to imagine that. That doesn't sound like fun at all.
No, it doesn't. But
because it'll be a frustrating Tuesday night in October.
On this team, would you be surprised?
No, not at all.
No, they could get 1 hit any day of the week by anybody.
Yeah.
You see the good news, though?
No, what?
Derek Cole started his throwing program.
Great. Just great.
We had said way back when, he had that the shortcut procedure. I said, don't be surprised. Maybe we get him the 2nd or 3rd round of the playoffs. He come in there and he could throw an inning. Be the new closer. I don't know. So, all right. So you played Michael K. What was you said Cody Bellinger.
Yeah. So
I know what I saw.
Looks like he's talking about opting out, and Uncle Stevie's going to come in and sign Cody Bellinger.
I didn't see Uncle Stevie.
I saw that the Mets might be very interested in bringing Cody Bellinger to Queens.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I don't blame him for opting out.
No, he's having a hell of a year. He's going to earn every dollar.
He's having a hell of a year. If he can go out and get a good contract, I think the Yankees make a decision. They know what they got from him, and I honestly think they'll decide, okay, we're either going to go after Bellinger to bring him back, or we're going after Kyle Tucker. They're having very similar years. The last time I looked, I actually was checking like the stats for both of them. Very similar. Bellinger's advantage is he can play all three outfield positions and he can play first base. I think Tucker is basically, I think he's a right fielder. And I did see today, I keep mentioning it and you keep shutting me down about it.
Go ahead.
Where they actually mentioned in an article where, the new first baseman for the Yankees might end up being Aaron Judge sooner than later.
And you know what? That's not a crazy thing. It's not crazy.
Yeah. I've been saying it for 2 years.
Well, Paul Goldschmidt might go on the IL.
Yeah, he's got his little twisted knee, so now Rice has to play first base. Well, they brought Escara back up, so there's your catcher, Escara and Wells now.
Here's an idea that could have worked. Put Bellinger at first, put Dominguez in center, and put Spencer Jones in left field.
That's witchcraft, I tell you. That's witchcraft. I'd go for it. I'd go for it in a second. I think that's Dominguez's problem. In left field, he has more of a chance to run into the wall. He don't like to run into the wall. Center field, he's got more room behind him.
Well, who was the... there was a former Yankee outfielder who came out and said that... Was it Oscar? Is Oscar Gamble still alive? Did he play left field for the Yankees?
I don't remember. He was an outfielder. I don't remember where he was, left field or right field.
If I'm mistaken, then send us an email or a voicemail, chase428.com. But I think Oscar Gamble came out and said something to the effect of, he was the Yankee left fielder, and on days where he got to play center field, that was like a day off, according to him, not having to play left field at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, you got that corner. The wall's a little closer to home plate when you go down into that corner, and they always tell you about the left field in Yankee Stadium being a sun field. Very hard to play. So I'd do it. Spencer Jones still hitting it? Still hitting in Scranton?
As far as I know. Let's see. Let's get some current Spencer Jones numbers. Well, here's a headline from 10 hours ago on Sports Illustrated. Struggling Yankees can't waste top prospect.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think they're waiting for September 1st to bring him up.
Let's see. Through 35 games at Scranton, he is 42 for 138. He's batting .304.
Okay.
He's got 90 total bases. He scored 37 runs, 6 doubles, 14 home runs, 30 RBIs, 16 walks to 44 strikeouts, 15 stolen bases.
Yeah, he could run. Guy that size, he could run.
Yeah, but you know what? The Yankees don't steal bases. So it does not matter. He could have 100 stolen bases right now. He would come up and he would not be given the opportunity to run. Because
they don't hit singles. They only want home runs.
GD Analytics.
Yep. What was it?
Volpe can run too.
Who said it? The worst term that's ruined baseball. I heard it on the Fan. The term that has ruined baseball. Launch angle.
Yeah.
Again, they were talking. Would you rather have the guy that hits 300 and has 5 home runs to come up in a tight spot, or the guy that's batting 220 but has a good launch angle?
You know what's funny about that? If we think about being Yankee fans, I can't think of any Yankee fan who wouldn't want Derek Jeter up in a clutch spot.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter was not a home run power hitting shortstop.
Yeah. You knew you were going to get that shot to right center field.
You wanted Captain Clutch, a guy who was going to put the ball in play.
Hey, do your little typing fast. See if this still holds from what I heard during the week. National League batting leaders. Because I did hear this during the week. Let's see if it's still the same.
You said you want National League?
Just the National League.
All right. Okay, I got it up. What do you want?
Who's leading the National League in batting?
Los Angeles Dodger catcher Will Smith. He's batting .312.
He's got enough at bats and everything? It's official?
311. 94 games. You want me to do it based on at bats?
There's got to be like you need so many at bats to actually qualify.
Yeah, he qualifies.
Okay. And who's second?
Xavier Edwards. He's the Miami Marlins second baseman. He's batting .307.
Okay, because I heard somebody say on the Fan that they looked at it at the National League and there was only one guy batting above 300.
Well, this is as of right now. So
yeah,
Freddie Freeman is third. Freddie Freeman is batting .300 on the nose, and he's third.
Okay. This is what happened back in the 60s. All the batting averages went down. I think it was, if I get the right year, I think it was 1967. Carl Yastrzemski led the American League in batting, 301. And that's when they tried to take the advantage away from the pitcher. They lowered the pitching mound. it might have been like 18 inches high, and then they lowered it so the pitcher didn't have that like downward push, and the batting averages came back. Maybe they make the pitcher
Just to tell you,
start throwing from a hole.
in 67, Yastrzemski batted .326.
Then go back to 68, 301.
301, yes. You're good.
I know I'm good.
Was he the MVP that year? He seems to lead a lot of categories that season.
In 68?
68, yeah. Oh, Denny McClain. Sorry.
Denny McClain, yeah, he won 31 games.
And he won the Cy Young.
Yep. And he choked a bit in the World Series.
There you go.
Yeah, you want history?
Right, so we kind of got off track from Bellinger going away, but go ahead. We'll go. I'll play your game.
I was just going to tell you, Denny McClain won his 31 games, and then in the World Series, not so good. Mickey Lolich won 3 games for the Tigers. That's all. My game's over.
Okay.
Right, but
what else?
All right, but Bellinger opting for free agency, so
Probably
the Yankees
going to.
either are going to go after him and match the money, or they'll go. My mind, they'll go after Tucker. And if they don't get either one of them, God help us all.
Yeah, right. But as you like to say, that's a topic for the November podcast.
That's November.
Yes. Also, injury news since we last recorded. Say goodbye to Old Timers Day.
Oh, yeah. And the ball wasn't hit anywhere near him.
Nah,
That was just a slight jog.
Yeah, if you live in a cave, Mariano Rivera was playing center field in the Old Timers game, and it was almost like, I know he did something to his knee in Kansas City when he was still playing, but he was shagging fly balls, and then he tore his Achilles in the outfield at Old Timers Day.
They showed you that they had like the widescreen shot, and you could just see him up in the corner of the picture, in the upper right-hand corner. The ball wasn't hit out to him, but I don't know who was at bat, but it was like they hit like a little pop-up to the left side or something, and you could just see him like moving over from center field, and he just went down. Shows you how easy it is to tear your Achilles tendon.
Yep, we bore witness. Now, one last point I'll make about Old Timers Day, because we talked about it in advance of, Derek Jeter not participating and, daughter's birthday. And I'm on summer vacation, so I listen to the fan a little bit more during the day now. So I was listening to BT and Sal, and I forget which one of them was in because one was away and one was in. Made the point of the Yankees are planning to do this. They didn't just randomly think of, we're going to last minute decide to do Old Timers Day and do a game. They also were intentional about, we're going to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the 2000 World Series champion Yankees.
Right.
Now, Derek Jeter wasn't the captain of the team in 2000. He wasn't the captain yet.
Right.
But that season, he was the All-Star Game MVP. He was the World Series MVP. And he obviously goes on to become the captain of your franchise. Maybe the team should have made a little better effort to make sure whenever they wanted to do it, he would be available.
You asked too much.
I do. I think it's a bad look that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put it on the team because I'm sure they could have did it next weekend. You could do Old Timers Day against the Red Sox. I don't care. You do something where you're bringing back people. Derek Jeter needs to be on the field.
I still think, I told you, Old Timers Day used to be different when I was growing up. I wish they would do it the way they did in the old days. You didn't just bring back the Yankee old timers. You brought back old timers that played. You brought back the big names. I'm sure anybody going to Yankee Stadium would love to see other good. Would you like to go see Ken Griffey Jr. come up again in Yankee Stadium?
Sure.
Hunt the Yankee Stadium. That's what they used to do. It was the Yankees. It was the Yankee old timers against the world. But I mean, everybody, you cheered all the old players from
I've seen photos, and they would wear their old uniforms.
Yeah, they wore their uniforms and whatnot.
It was like an Old Timers All-Star game.
That's the way it used to be. I don't remember what year they stopped doing it like that, but that's how they should do it. Bring back everybody who played.
I don't know that the Yankees would do that as an individual team, but around the All-Star break, they do that Celebrities and Legends All-Star game where you get some mix of retired players, but you get a lot of people you never heard of from TikTok and social media.
That's a softball game, right?
Right. Yeah. They maybe do an actual Legends type baseball game.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Yeah, that's what they should do. And in all this stuff, where's Scott Brocious?
I don't know. Isn't he?
Where's Wade Boggs? Where's Charlie Hayes?
Where is Scott Brocious?
No, you don't have to look at that. But again, and I think I mentioned this to you after Old-Timers Day. Do you notice who wasn't announced? That I think originally they were going to announce him, but he was not announced.
No.
Aaron Boone.
Oh, you did text me. So they didn't announce his name because
he would have. They'd still be Boone. They wouldn't have stopped.
Real quick, Scott Brocious is currently the vice president and athletic director at Linfield University.
There you go.
He took on that role in 2024, his alma mater.
And you stop and you think there's probably a lot of guys that you could probably think of if you go back and you look at rosters like, oh, how come they didn't invite this guy? How come they didn't invite that guy?
You know what I saw? I'll go back down memory lane real quick. I saw on social media, it was a super condensed clip package of David Cohn's perfect game. What a day. Don Larson and Yogi Berra back in the ballpark that day.
Oh, yeah, that was the holy cow.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, and if you're going to bring back like Guidry and Randolph, where was Reggie?
I feel like I just saw that he became a very, 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 very minority owner in the team.
Oh, that I don't know. I know a couple of years ago he was doing something in some kind of an official capacity for the, I think for the Houston Astros.
Hold on. I'm looking him up real quick. News.
Where's Miles? We need Miles.
I don't know what he's doing. I thought I saw something that hold on. I don't know. He left the Astros in November of last year.
Okay.
But I feel like I saw something recently. Anyway, all right.
Whatever.
There you go. All right. You got a new trivia question for today?
I got a new trivia question for today.
All right. Alex, pay attention. Here we go.
What is the record for the most home runs by a Yankee in a single World Series? How many and who did it?
So, Yankee record for home runs in a single World Series. All right. Who's the player and what's the number?
Right.
And what year? How about that? Give us all three.
No, I'm not telling you the year.
No. I mean, the person who
you want
answers.
the year too?
No, the person will tell us the year.
Okay.
Can't have you keep blowing the questions for the callers and emailers that,
Oh, yeah. The thousands of followers that we have.
Hey, thank you for listening. Hey. You want to show your appreciation? Check out the SeatGeek app. Go to chasefor28.com/SeatGeek. Buy your Yankee tickets, buy your concert tickets, buy your Broadway tickets. You need tickets. SeatGeek is the app that you want to use, and SeatGeek powers the Chase for 28 podcast. I use it. I've made the Padre use it. And the first time I used it, I used my own promo code, Chase for 28, and I saved $20 on my first purchase. You can do the same thing. chasefor28.com/SeatGeek and use the promo code Chase for 28 when you check out. And yeah, thank you to SeatGeek. We got our question. If you got opinions, you could text me if you have my number. If you don't know me and you're listening, send us an email. Where do you listen from? That's my call to action for this week. Where are you listening to us from? Email feedback@chasefor28.com. And we'll be back next week as we look ahead to the Yankee schedule. What do we say? They got the rest of this weekend at St. Louis. Then they are off on Monday. Then they go to Tampa Bay, which is another trip to George Steinbrenner Field. And then they have a 4-game series against the Red Sox, August 21st through the 24th. I know it's going to be a busy day on the 21st because that is Seinfeld night. And you can get your George Costanza sleeping under his desk bobblehead.
That's right. George Costanza sleeping under the desk bobblehead.
Yes.
Can't beat that.
And then looking a little bit past that, after Boston, they are home for 3 against the Nationals. And then they hit the road and they go to play the White Sox in Chicago to finish up August. So we are coming down here to the stretch run of the 2025 season. Where is the sense of urgency? Time will tell.
Time will tell.
But until next week, I'm Chris. He is the Podcast Padre. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next week.
Take care.